O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel, that mourns in holy exile, until the Son of God appear.
Advent, for me, is the Cinderella of the liturgical seasons in the year, because before we begin, before we end, we often do not realize that a season has come and gone. Most people in their workplaces and in their homes are constantly worked up with the celebrations surrounding the Christmas season, without any reference to the fact that we at this moment ought to be in a posture of waiting. For us, therefore, it may be good for us to, as it were, hold back a bit on some of the more secular ways that we have come to celebrate Christmas and experience that period of waiting, which should be marked by a posture of repentance, reflection, penitence, but also by an undergirding principle of joy, knowing that what we are doing is actually in constant expectation of the joyful coming of Christ. Advent, therefore, can be taken more seriously, I think, by our people, even by our church, if we were to focus more on those virtues of waiting and patience. Our culture at the moment does not view these virtues too highly because of the fact that we need to have everything at the moment we want it without any space for that waiting. Waiting is a virtue that breathes a certain sense of joy eventually, but it is something that we need to teach our children how to do. It does not come easily, particularly in the culture that we live in, which is more technologically attuned to reality. And at a moment's notice, at the click of a button, we can get whatever we want. I think for us to enter more into the spirit of Advent, we need to spend more quiet time in our homes, even in our churches. Many of our celebrations today are marked by a badgering of music and noise and sound and preaching and readings without any space in the liturgy for moments of quiet reflection. I think we need, therefore, to relook at the way in which we celebrate even the Eucharist, to give our people that experience of time passing, moments in our liturgy where we can just sit and wait without even having to sing a meditation song or any song at all, just to have that moment of dryness that John the Baptist would have experienced in the wilderness and that brought him out to raise his voice to proclaim the coming of the Messiah. I think, therefore, that we need to restore the season of Advent, a season that generally the secular press does not pay any attention to. It is a season that has been bypassed, and that is only if you attend the liturgies of our church, you would hear the prophets, the psalms, the gospels, the readings leading us into that. But as soon as we step out of the church door, we become enwrapped and enveloped once more in the rat race of human living, which does not have any place for the virtues of patience, of waiting, and even of hope.
Rejoice, rejoice.